we're gonna move on to this fun game here, John. I want to know from Barret Wallace himself what his favorite weapon is from the original Final Fantasy, and what we're gonna do here from the original Final Fantasy VII. Now, I've created this bracket tier. We're gonna go real fast through it. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. All right, so we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through it fast. So you just pick which one you like the best: the assault gun or the solid bazooka.
Assault gun.
Assault gun. There it is. We move that over there. All right, the missing score or the W machine gun.
Missing score.
The missing score. All right, and then we go over to Max Ray or enemy launcher.
Enemy launcher.
The enemy launcher. Whoops, what? Watch out now. All right, there we go. The Gatling gun or the heavy Vulcan.
Gatling gun.
All right.
More shots, baby. More shots.
All right, now we have micro laser versus the AM cannon. Mm-hmm.
Micro laser.
Micro laser.
I can cut through stuff.
Chainsaw or the rocket punch?
Rocket punch.
Rocket punch. Very
I never understood the chainsaw. I can cut through something and keep rolling. If I have to fight somebody up close, specific people, specific enemies, I'm gonna get wiped out.
I love it. Drill arm or the atomic scissors?
Atomic scissors, because they go a little further.
The pile banger or the cannonball?
Ooh, I forgot about this one. Cannonball.
The cannonball. All right, there we go. Now we have.
That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one.
Look at that. Look at that second round there. This is going to be a good one. All right.
The final.
Here we go. Yeah. Assault gun or the missing score?
Assault gun.
Assault gun beats out Barrett's final weapon. The enemy launcher or the Gatling gun?
Gatling gun. Sometimes that damn launcher goes places I don't want it to go. I mean, fighting a scorpion, it went into the wall more than anything. The aim isn't 100% accurate.
Don't attack when the tail's up, bro.
Rocket punch.
Rocket punch. Rocket punch over micro laser. Atomic scissors or the cannonball?
Let's go back. Atomic, the laser.
Okay.
Because I got to cut through stuff.
Yeah. I gotta cut through stuff.
Yes, gotta cut through stuff.
Simply must.
Cannonball and the rocket launcher are a lot alike.
All right, here we go. The final four. Here it is. We got the assault gun versus the Gatling gun.
Gatling.
The Gatling. There you go. That goes into the championship round. Cannonball versus micro laser.
Micro laser.
Micro laser. Gotta cut
through stuff.
You gotta cut through stuff. Here it is.
Gotta cut
the
through
championship round. This is Barrett's starting weapon versus gotta cut through stuff. Micro laser.
Micro laser.
The micro laser. You heard it from Barret himself that the Barrett's favorite weapon is indeed the micro laser. Here we go.
You
We're
just
gonna
gotta
type
cut
that
through
in.
stuff.
I just imagine one time.
Oh, hello. There it is.
I imagine
micro
one
laser.
time Barret was eating a steak and he was like, "What do I do with this?" And he's like, he couldn't eat it, so like, yeah. He's like, "All right, well now I got this micro laser.
No, think
Gotta
about
cut
a
through my
micro
steak."
laser. You guys, we were just talking about The Boys, right? You remember when my man picked up that little baby and they had the laser eyes?
Oh yeah.
I mean that's that's some serious stuff, bro. Even
Boys,
what's
man.
the guy's name? The head guy, the blonde guy, the crazy one.
Homelander.
Your Homelander.
Homelander. When Homelander uses his lasers when he goes into that terrorist place. Come on, man.
I love Homelander. He invokes the Joker on that show. Like he's just, you never know what he's gonna do. You know.
You never know what he's thinking behind the smile.
Yeah, so crazy.
It's
I
a
love
fun
that show.
It's a fun show. But yeah, like so for me, you know, Barret, you can't go wrong with that Gatling gun. I mean, it's his weapon of choice. It's multiple ammunition, and he charges, and it's like I'm going, okay, where are the bullets? You know, when I first played it, but you get multiple shots, and it doesn't run out. And in any video game, especially like a Contra, you want something like that. and it's powerful. But then you get a laser, and that laser doesn't just, it's not it's a stream.
Yeah.
So if you direct that stream anywhere you want it to go, it takes out directly what the bullets can do damage with. So that's why I think the laser is one of the most powerful.
And you just gotta cut through stuff.
And it makes that cool little laser sound too. I mean, don't miss that.
I respect that.
You cut through walls, you cut through metal. The laser is a powerful weapon. And that probably goes back to me as a kid with Star Wars going,
yes.
oh my gosh, look at what that lightsaber can do.
is that young John? Is that young John there? That impression? Oh my god!
They never gave it the just due until we started seeing Clone Wars, until we started seeing the video games. You know, them sticking the laser in the wall and going, you know, I mean, all that stuff. That's just cool. You know,
good.
But back in the day, we didn't have that with LucasArts. We do now.
We do.
Although I still say Hayden kind of jacked up Anakin for me.
What happened though?
I still say Hayden kind of jacked up Anakin for me. I'm just like, man,
it was the man. We could talk about Star Wars for a long time. I feel like it was the way the writing was that Hayden.
I think it was the way the writing was, and I think it was the I won't say the direction, but. I guess you're right.
Because like Hayden, I feel like he did an okay job. Like he did good. I think he did good. I think he was just given some really cheesy dialogue, like "I hate sand." You know what I mean?
So it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
And it gets
I think he was younger. You know what I'm saying? I think he was so young, and it was such a big project. It was Star Wars. The next installment, and I think it was such a big order for him that, you know, and when you're young and don't know Star Wars, you know, I would love to meet him and go, hey man, what did they give you any information? Did you read the books? Did they tell you what, you know, what the different regions were, where you came from, who you are, and prior to, you know, what y'all, just all that, you know.
Yeah.
You got to research your character. And I just wonder if they had the material to give him, or if they were just telling him, okay, look, this is a situation, all right, shoot. And I don't think that's how they were, but
I feel like by the third movie, he was starting to get the the thing. Yeah.
Well, you know, the little kid who played Anakin in the very first movie was like traumatized. He was like traumatized.
No, I didn't know that. He was incredible.
He did a great job. Yeah.
Now this is pod racing.
Wait a second. He was traumatized after?
Yeah, because the criticism he got and the movie got, and like it messed him up like a whole bunch.
That little kid was incredible. He was a better Anakin. No, I'm not even gonna say it. But he was really good.
Starring John Eric Bentley.
Very.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I don't know how we got into Star Wars.
I will say that Revenge of the Sith. I'm a weird one. It's probably my favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
It was a very.
I love Revenge of the Sith.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a very good movie.
I love it. I love all the cheesy dialogue. You were my brother, Anakin.
I love the action. Made the words just go away from me.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, Yoda versus Palpatine,
around,
Obi-Wan versus oh my god, I forgot. Oh, the guy with all the lightsabers, Grievous. Thank you. Grievous. And then you had Anakin versus Obi-Wan at the final showdown.
Think about it. So good. Think about this. When you watch a movie that has an unbelievable ensemble and an okay lead, you wind up loving that movie because the lead is surrounded by nothing but talent. And you want to see all the different talent. So that's, movie making 101. If you have a character or people in the movie that aren't strong, surround them with other people that can bring it, and find a way once you get to your final edit to get those other people to build that story and to build that character. So that's just me.
Let's just make an animated Star Wars of our own and have John voice Mace Windu, because I want to hear that so bad now.
Speaking of Mace Windu, before we move on from Star Wars, I really want to see him come back in Mando. I don't think he's dead. He'd be really old, but
thrown.
I don't think he's dead,
No,
man.
no. Before he got thrown, didn't he get cut?
I mean, he got cut
Yeah,
and
his arm
but
got cut off,
I
and
mean,
then the force
he
lightning
definitely
shot
got
him
beat
across
up.
the city.
See, my whole thing was I thought the same thing too, D.
Yeah.
But after that arm was cut off, the fall, I'm like, he lost a lot of blood. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That was my thing. He lost a lot of blood. His arm was cut off. But I would love to see him come back too. I would love to see them do a character development on him like they did for Solo.
Oh, that
How
would be
they went
so
back.
good.
I would love to
Standalone.
see, the standalone for Mace Windu. Because
Pretty
the
cool, yeah.
Jedi were some bad dudes, man. They were
Mhm.
incredible. But
I would love that.
that's the nerd boy in me. That's the
Yeah.
As a fellow nerd boy, let me say they hype up Vader as like the greatest Jedi hunter of all time. Where's the Vader movie where it's like fresh, like a freshly cooked Anakin, just like getting in a suit, venting all his frustration, going around the galaxy,
Oh man,
and
Rogue
just
One
and just
Vader.
right?
yeah,
Rogue-
and just
Peak
hacking
power.
down Jedi's for 90 minutes.
But who is
Yeah.
the Sith that wore basically like the Vader costume, who's bigger? There's
Are you-
another one.
Darth Bane, like this
Is it
is
Yeah.
Darth Sidious?
Are you talking about like?
Sidious is the Emperor.
No, that's not him. Then it's another one who looks like Vader, but he's bigger, and I think his mask is great. I can't remember his name.
You got
That was
Darth
the Sideshow
Bane.
collectible. What was his name?
Darth Bane, by any chance? Darth Bane, and then you had the guy from Knights of the Old Republic, Revan, Darth Revan.
I think it's him. He's
Yeah.
bigger.
Actually, that sounds.
Yeah,
I think it's him. Give me those stories.
I would love it too, man. I would
Because
love that.
like, man, there's some.
I want to see Jedi, like an army of Jedi versus an army of Sith. You know,
Right.
like we've only seen two, I mean, two Sith at one time because of the rule of two. But
Right.
before the rule of two was introduced,
They're all over the place.
it was all over. It was chaos. I would love to see that.
It was like a Wild West movie, and that would
Yes.
actually bring back some Western mindsets. But anyway,
Mandalorian. Mandalorian is
man,
very
I
Western.
Still
yeah.
can't. I just tried to get it last night. They're like, no, you have to have Disney Plus. I'm like,
Yeah,
what? I can't illegally get it. Or
I can't.
I'm like, I just want to see because I'm a Conan the Barbarian fan too,
Mhm.
and I'm like, man, y'all haven't done Conan for a long time because Jason Momoa did not do it for me.
Oh, yeah.
And that was because of storyline.
Yeah, that
I'm
movie
like,
in general
do a
was.
Conan, do a Red Sonja, do something.
Yeah.
Do a Cull the Conqueror, remake that. Just,
These are
come on,
excellent.
man.
These are excellent. Like
Yeah.
this is definitely stuff I would love to see too.
I grew
Shout
up.
out to whoever sends Mr. Bentley over here their login for Disney Plus so he could get caught up.
I was about to say, man.
John
I was
Eric
about to
Bentley
say,
to
just-
my Disney Plus account.
That whole thing, man, the Mandalorian looks so good.
It is.
You know,
It's some of the best
why-
Star Wars I've seen in a long
Why are
time.
people tripping about this last thing about Yoda eating the frog?
I mean, when you watch it, I wasn't tripping over it, but I was kind of like, what was the point? Like I'm trying to figure out whether or not they want me it was supposed to be funny, but it just didn't land, or if it was part of his character development. But what the whole thing was is that this frog has its last line of its legacy or lineage, I mean. And she has to deliver it to this planet, whatever. So basically he's taken it as a passenger, and as a passenger, she puts it in storage, like the tank with all the eggs in it. And you see Yoda just like throughout the show, just pop an egg in his mouth and just eat it.
Oh.
And I'm like, I was like, I don't know if that's comic relief because what he's doing right now is kind of genocide. And I don't, I don't know if I'm liking that.
Green genocide.
Yeah.
All I saw was a little clip of Yoda with a frog in his mouth, and he spit it out. So I didn't understand, and I didn't know the frog talked or was doing all that. So
okay. Yeah. He eats a lot on the show. He eats a lot.
Okay.
So I don't know. It might have been a different scene, but with the latest episode, he was eating this frog's eggs, and then of course on the show he also eats a baby spider straight out of the egg too. And I'm like, what is the point of this? I don't understand. Like, do I not like Yoda right now? Or
Circle of life, baby. That's what they eat, man. Natural natty selection.
Yeah.
That's why he's 900 years old.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
He's like
beard,
50 in the
natty
show, but he's
selection.
still a baby. Yeah.
What was your favorite? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh no, I was just making a joke. It said Natty Selection for natural selection. I said, yeah, it's my favorite beer, Natty Selection.
Nah, this is all right, John. We're gonna go on to an actual question.
Okay. Okay.
I love it. All right, man. Look, I'm certain that I've watched every interview. Like, all right, John, I watched every interview that you had leading up to the remake of Final Fantasy VII. I was so hyped for this game, like more hyped than I've ever been for pretty much anything. Right. So I watched a lot of interviews with you. And what I resonated with you personally, over the other cast members who did excellent jobs. But for you personally, you always talked about your love for the original. And I believe that from gathering the information from all these interviews, you were the only person that actually played the original,
Really?
out of the main cast, at least.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I know
I
know
know
Aerith.
Britt didn't, and
Yeah,
then Bree didn't.
right. I
I
don't
didn't
know
know
if
if
Cody
Cody
did.
did or not.
He didn't do very many interviews.
No, Cody
No.
didn't do a lot of interviews. I mean, he's working, man. So
Yeah.
Cody is like Keanu Reeves, just so you guys know. I don't think a lot of people understand. He's a musician, he's a writer, he's a producer, he's a director, and he's an actor. As a matter of fact, a very, very busy on camera actor. And he does all those other things. And now he's adding voiceover to his repertoire. And
Mhm.
he's young and he's a go getter. So he's a lot like how Keanu was when he would tour with his band and then do the Matrix, or
Yeah.
he's a lot like that. He is a force to reckon with. He is going to be a very powerful person in show business because he is just hungry for ideas. He's pure. He's a good dude. He's a good
Yeah.
dude. So
I didn't know it until I was just like kind of looking up what Cody has been in. But my wife was watching the show. You know how when you're playing a game and you can kind of see it in your peripherals that what she's watching. She was watching a
mhm,
show called Pretty Little Liars, and
mhm.
I recognized the guy. And then like when I saw it, like Cloud was going to be voiced by Cody Christian, I was like, God, he looks so familiar. I don't know where I've seen him from. And it was from Pretty Little Liars. I'm like,
Right,
oh, okay. And
right.
but
He
yeah, that was
sounds
interesting.
nothing like Cloud in that.
Nothing like Cloud at all. Yeah, he did an amazing job. I would love to get him on the show if I know you said he's super busy, but like I would love
I
to
mean,
ask him
he's one of the
personally, man. Like,
busiest
hey,
dudes. I caught Cody at a time when no one should have ever caught Cody when we get to hang out, and it was on Thanksgiving Day
mhm.
when we had to go and record, and I had just finished or I was coming in and he was there. Oh no, I was picking up. Oh, I was coming to pick up the translators to take them to a Thanksgiving dinner because they live in Japan. I was like, you guys can't be here, and one of them was like, man, I'm gonna go back to my room
Man, John
and I'm
is
gonna go
such
to
a
King
good
Mom.
person, man. Like,
No, he was gonna go get a chicken from Costco or something, or no, from the Vons or something, and cook it and have it in his room. I'm like, come on, man, just come with me and my family. We're gonna do Thanksgiving in Orange County. Just
awesome.
so. And Cody was there recording, and that I got to hang out. Cody and I. That was the longest I think, uh, aside from when we did when we went to go see the thing at E3. They did this special thing where we had to go and do promo for it, and they made the announcement.
Hmm.
Uh, and so it was fun to be able to see him, but he's busy. He's super busy. I would love for him to be on more shows, but when I mean he's busy, this dude is busy.
Nice. Yeah,
Love him though.
yeah, he
Great
didn't do
dude.
very many interviews, that's for sure. So I didn't really get to find out if he played the original game or not. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how
so
many
yeah.
people did. It's like some of the other characters didn't. Vic Chow didn't play it.
Well, see, I was like, as far as like Brianna White and Britt Baron go,
Hmm.
I know that they didn't play it. And I was kind of thinking that Cody didn't play it based off. I think like I saw one interview that he did.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know if he did. I know
yeah,
Breezy and Brett. They're young, so I know they wouldn't have really.
yeah.
And I think
So
this
and
was Britt's
Bree did
first
that.
job.
What's that?
This is Britt's first job, doing like major voiceover
Yeah.
job. She's on what's the name of the girls doing the roller
Y- Glow.
glow? She's
Yeah.
on glow. I mean, she's like Cody. She works on camera a lot.
Hmm.
You know.
I think in the interview that I read about Brit, she said that when growing up, she wasn't allowed to play it.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
she
met
didn't.
her parents, so I don't doubt it. They're
Okay.
sweethearts, but they're like, no, we're gonna make sure you stay on the straight and narrow, girl. You don't need
Yeah.
to do any of that.
Oh,
They're good
but I
people.
definitely resonated with you personally because you were all like you were just genuinely excited about this original the game that you grew up with loving being remade. So one question I did have for you was because it was a complete shock to me. I've already discussed it on the show a bunch of times of how the ending or the twist in the game really like just threw me for a loop. Right, I was
Oh,
and I was I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I was mad. I was mad, and because
bro.
this, yeah. I
You
mean, look,
know,
I'm gonna
so
turn
I'm
it
gonna
over to you
tell.
right
So
now.
we're gonna do it without making it a spoiler.
Right.
But no one told me,
No one told
and
you.
Wow.
when I went in to record, so I go in to record, and it's probably the end of our session. Mind you, my sessions were long. My sessions were very long. And Barrett does not talk like this. So it was like, okay, I'm going to
Your
visit.
throat.
See you later. My wife would be like, how you doing? You don't want to talk?
Give the thumbs up. Nope.
It's
Lost my
like
voice.
my throat, So, but I remember they're like, okay, you watch it because you had when you go into the booth, you hear the Japanese and you have that much time to get your lines in English. So you have to hear it to time it out how you would say it. And I'm going, okay, all right, I got it. What? And I'm going, that didn't happen in the,
Yeah.
wait a minute. And they're looking at me like,
Oh man, so they
like,
wanted to see
they
your
wanted to see my
surprise.
reaction. So I had
Oh my.
to play it off like, oh, I did not expect that.
Joke's
I
on
did not
you.
expect that.
So what were you feeling like? I
Like,
mean, because I
oh
know you.
damn, there goes the job.
They're getting.
Like,
I mean, I don't think it would be unless if you literally just can't talk about spoilers. But we can full spoiler right now on remake just part one, or
no,
what I mean, just
I don't want to because believe it or
okay.
not, there's a lot of people that didn't play it. But when that scene came
Okay.
up with Barrett in President Shinra's office,
Yes.
Mhm.
I was shocked. I'm like, no. First, I
Right.
was like, he doesn't. He's the leader. And then my other thing was, dang it. Okay, financially,
Wait a
how does that
second, you
look for the
guy.
family,
Time
right?
out, guys. We
You
we agree.
know,
Hold
like,
on.
is it over? And so shortly after,
Yeah.
you see what's happening, and I'm going, oh my god. And I say, guys, I need a break.
I'm gonna need a
I needed a
step out for
break.
a second.
And they're like, John, we wanted to see what you're gonna do. And then I'm like, well, you saw, right? Because that was messed up what y'all did. And so I literally took a break, like, because you're talking about studying, putting in crazy hours,
Mhm.
um, just making researching the character. Mo knows what I'm talking about with the whole Greek and Roman mythology stuff, with where Barret came from, all these different things. I'm like, well, that was one of the biggest things for me when I was a kid, that this black character does not,
Die.
I'm like, wait a second.
Oh wait, my
And
bad.
so it threw me. Yeah, he just totally jacked it up.
I'm just
But
gonna
it's
throw.
all good. It's all
We've
good.
talked about remake to an extent on this show because I
Oh,
feel
it's all
like
good. So
yeah.
when that happened, it messed me up, and I'm like, oh. So literally, I took a break. I went to the kitchen and I grabbed water, Perrier water, and I was just jacked up. And in this particular place where we recorded, they have this big old bowl of chocolate covered almonds, and I got a coffee cup, and just poured all the almonds in the cup. I'm like, I need a minute. So I took my little sparkling water and my cup of chocolate. I'm like, and I'm
Get me
walking. I was
yeah.
like, I'll be right back. And I just started walking like, oh, that messed me up. I was like, I
Yeah.
thought it was the end. And
I need a stress eat. Give me a minute.
yeah, I literally, I turned into like that lady who's like, I need some ice cream,
Bring me my stress almonds.
my pajamas, and a good movie. And so I was just like, it jacked me up. And then, of course, I saw that wasn't the case. And I'm like, I audibly they heard me go, "Oh Lord."
They
I'm like,
should.
that's not how it's supposed to work. But it was great because we needed a little twist. We needed a little something different from what we got back in '97.
Mhm.
We needed to bring it to today. We needed to have story plot twists. We needed that.
Mhm.
So it was cool. It was cool. But yeah, it jacked me. The way it jacked you up,
Yeah.
picture 20 times that in the booth. In the booth,
Oh,
actually
oh,
doing it, going,
it jacked us all up, man.
oh,
Yeah.
it jacked me up. Jacked me up.
It
And
took.
you don't really know until later, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like,
I had no idea what was going on, man. There was a lot of things happening, and I was just, for me personally, I was expecting a remake, and I feel like for you as well as the voice going into, and you loved the original voice of Barrett. I thought, I wondered if you kind of had the same thing going into it, like really excited
I didn't
to
know they
remake.
would do that. Oh, you don't understand how excited I was to remake it.
Yeah, yeah, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna relive all of these moments in the original, and now you
Hmm.
find out that wait a
That
second,
happens.
yeah, and you're like,
Wait a minute. We didn't even get to the races.
yeah,
You know, I'm like,
what's going on
where's
here,
my sailor suit? I didn't see
I
a
want to give
sailor
us.
suit. No chocobo.
I
What
gotta
the
show that
hell?
it fits
But
like a glove, man.
Right,
Come on.
right. I'm like, yo, where's the little cat that's walking around? Something's
Yes.
wrong.
It's actually funny because I played Remake and beat it, and then I decided, because I didn't want to watch anybody live stream anything on Twitch or Mixer
Smart.
or anything, because I knew that it was gonna get spoiled, because I
Right.
knew there were a lot of people who had early access to it,
Mhm.
and they were probably so far along. So I beat it, and then after I had beaten it, I like to watch my friends on Mixer just to support them and everything, and I I go to my friends, and she's crying, and the first thing I hear is, "How could they do that to Barrett?" And I was like, "I know what just happened." But
No,
she was
exactly
actually
right.
crying, like she had to take a moment, and like she was crying. She was like, I need to go take a moment," because she didn't want to like film and cry and everything like that. But it was powerful to some people.
Yeah.
You say it messed you up and everything. It messed her up too.
Oh,
It
listen,
messed up
but you know
everybody.
what's cool? That's exactly what they wanted. That's why they
Hmm.
didn't tell me up front. They wanted
Mhm.
it to be genuine. They wanted it to be a surprise. They wanted it to be realistic shock. Even how it happened, it's like, I'm going along with it, and I hadn't seen it. And I like to not look at the whole thing first. If it's just reactions, if it's lines, you kind of got to.
Right.
But I'm like looking at it like I'm going to give the reactions. Just roll it and I'll just chase it. And I'm like, oh, and it was real. I'm like, that
Right.
was real when that happened. And I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, we got exactly what we wanted. So a lot of people have reached out to me and said, did you know? Because that was so, and we were crying. I'm like, oh, good, because I was crying too. But yeah, so that's interesting. But yeah, that got, and then the scene with Maureen thinking that she was behind the wall, the plates, when the plates fell.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was
Excellent.
that was like, those were like moments that, and there's a few other ones. Even the conversation with Tifa when I'm telling her about calming her, taking control of her anger, basically, and then
Hmm.
a good man without sin. That there's so many lines. Everybody's like, "What's your favorite line?" Way too many to. There's way too many to. One of the favorite scenes are with me and Red going at it, and me and Cloud going at it.
Hmm.
Those
Yes.
are some fun
The
scenes.
banter, yeah.
Oh yeah, the banter is just
So
that's fun.
you got to work with Cody. You spoke about maybe at Thanksgiving and stuff like that, but did you ever actually get to work with the other
No,
actors in the
no,
booth? No.
never in the booth
The
again.
chemistry was so good. You would almost think that you guys were in the same room.
You totally would, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You got to credit the writers, both
Yeah, absolutely.
Japanese and the states. I mean, it's just the team is genius, and I really hope the game gets more recognition. It's really weird at the video game awards and stuff like that. People honor what they're seeing now, and it's like, no, 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 don't
Yeah.
forget about, and it's like the writing just unbelievable. The creator of Final Fantasy VII, the creator of Final Fantasy. I mean, for each installment, they're incredible. And I remember people were writing, "Well, I'm gonna just play it in Japanese. I don't like the translation. I don't like the English." And then people got it, and they're like, "I have to apologize to you, John. I thought that you were and I thought that they should have kept, a dear friend of mine, Bo Billingsley, and Bo is like a mentor. He's the bomb. People don't understand. My relationship with Bo is like, what should I do? You know what I mean? Or how can I? And whether it's video game or on camera, I look up to him. So everyone wants to pit people against, or no, don't change it. It should be this. It's like, well, everything's got to change.
Yeah.
Things have to change. And I would say the same thing if I was doing a project and say, hey, you know what? I've been in that situation where, it's like, no, John, we wanted to go a different direction. I get it. I understand it. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Of course you want that job, but everybody, once again, has got their own opinion, got their own things, the things they like, and you can't knock that. That's what they like. But yeah, man, that scene jacked me up, and a lot of the other scenes, I had to go places to get the realistic performance that we need to get.
Yeah, I mean, and excellent performances, John.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. So going on to kind of piggybacking off of it, but we're avoiding any kind of spoilers or anything. So I'm gonna ask you about the original game. When it comes to the original game, after the party's escape from Midgar, what is your favorite moment in the original Final Fantasy VII?
Oh man, the Chocobo stuff. The Chocobo stuff is just when they go to that whole I forgot where it is.
Gold Saucer?
Yes, when they go to the Gold Saucer, to be able to play the mini games and stuff like that, that's, for me as a fan, those are my favorite. I'm like, oh wow, they got mini games inside this big old epic, so that was cool to me because of my Atari days, and because I like puzzles, and because my mom would always quiz me and give me crossword puzzles, and so those mini games were some of my favorite time. That, and then Red. I think Red is one of the coolest characters.
Yes. Well, we've had a you don't have to comment on this, but this is just something that we were talking about on the show, like how amazing it would be is if the Gold Saucer was a multiplayer arena, like where everybody can kind of create your own avatar,
that
go
would
to
be
the
so cool.
Right.
It'd be like Little Big Planet when they did that thing where you can create. That would be cool.
Yeah, and then and I just really want to see Barret riding the Chocobo because I don't think we ever got to see that in the original. You know what I mean?
We all want to see Barret riding the Chocobo.
Can you imagine that? That's
right.
what I should cosplay as, Barret
riding the Chocobo. And now
that would be.
It's like the horse outfit where it's like two people in in the suit. But
I'll be the Chocobo if you need, John. I'll be willing to do that.
Barret, I got time.
Barret is like 300 plus pounds. I think Barret is probably like 320.
The Chocobo won't be moving fast, but
get off my back.
This is a not so great Chocobo.
Right. Chocobo in the hood, man. You gotta get off me.
In Final Fantasy 15. Prompto sings the Chocobo song. I would love for you, if you ever had a chance to Mad Libs. If you don't have to comment. If you do ride a Chocobo in the next one, I want to hear I like to ride my Chocobo all day. Yeah, just listen to Prompto sing it. He does a great job.
That's hilarious.
All right.
I think Barret would do it different.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got to get a Chocobo song.
Speaking of Chocobos and like side critters, if you will, I still think like the most thug nasty like race in all of Final Fantasy is the Koopos or the Moogles. Dude, these dudes were just like straight up being a cave. Like, I'm sharpening my knife, Koopo. Like, what's up, my Koopo?
Like, boots, No, Koopos are they look all cuddly. They're like Puss in Boots and from Shrek.
I just imagine walking up to each other, straight up being like, "What up, my Koopo?"
Like,
Speaking of
little Koopo, jump on my shoulder. We got somewhere to go. That would be fun. I like the Koopo.
That's what's up.
Speaking of the Gold Saucer, Vinny. You got
Yeah. So
your burning question.
my burning question is, in the original, so, some people got Aerith to go on a date with them. Some people got Tifa. I want to know, what would your ideal gold saucer date with Cloud be?
See, because you're in the gold saucer, so it's different. We just play games.
It's a bro,
Just play
man.
games?
Yeah,
We
man.
just play
Ride
games.
They'd have
chocobos.
I don't know. I always laugh at it, especially the sailor stuff. I always laugh at it. I think, honestly, I think that Barret is always looking for a fight. So I think it would be like in the original. I think it would be cool if they showed them fighting side by side as opposed to, you know,
Oh, a
that
little
would-
friendly
Mhm.
duel.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Be
But
cool.
I mean, I like the whole squat stuff that they're doing in the.
Oh
those
my
are
god, a
fun
squatting competition between
Those
those are fun
digital
graphics.
games.
Yeah. We're gonna have a squat competition right now.
Barret would be
I'll
like, "You do
stand on the ground and you stand over there over that fire.
That
That would be funny. I know the odds are a little different, but we gotta balance it out.
right.
Rookie. You know?
Oh man. Okay, so let's move on to the Mad Libs game, John. This is gonna
Okay.
be a fun one, man. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a quote that Barret says from the game. I'm going to ask you for words to replace within this quote, and then I'm gonna send it over to you. I might have to send it over to. I might just share my screen. I think that'd probably be the easiest way for you to read it off,
Okay.
and you have to read it off in Barrett's voice.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to ask for a couple things. I'm going to ask for a noun.
Okay.
All right. So noun, person, place, or thing.
Oh, it's for right. Oh, you're just gonna mix it in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So I'm what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for the words, mix it in, and then send it to you at the end, and you're going to have to read it in Barrett's voice.
Okay. Kupo.
Okay. All right. Let's go with a verb. It's what you do.
Destroy.
I mean, that's really good.
That's meta.
In the context, you'll see it's like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of obvious. Verb. Could be a lot of these. Race.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Verb.
Jump.
Okay. Another verb. Sorry, there's a lot of these.
Fight.
And then a verb ending in ing.
Winning.
Okay. Let's get a different one. Verb ending ing.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. All right. Noun.
Materia.
Color.
Blue.
Okay. Adjective.
Ugly.
That's a good one. All right. A posture, like sitting, standing, kneeling, squatting, anything.
Squatting.
Squat. All right.
Over that fire.
And then an exclamation.
Damn it.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the other quote as well while we're at it. Let's do a verb.
Beat. I'm just thinking Barret.
Adjective.
Hungry. Or hungrily.
Nah, yeah, hungry works good on that
Hungry.
one. Noun.
Chocobo.
It's not-
That's gonna change everything in your thing now. I bet you.
Oh my goodness.
Verb.
See it.
Verb. Rest.
Nice. Let's go with a body part.
Pecs.
The pecs.
Sounds like a good one.
A job title.
Boss.
We'll get a different one.
President.
Okay. Noun.
Trying to think in the realm of reactor.
And then verb.
Build.
That's good, man. That's deep, actually. All right, so all right, so I'm gonna share my screen, and then you'll read the one that I have highlighted. Let me highlight it now.
You are the real MVP, by the way. Just throwing this out there. You'll see.
This is great.
Oh, really? Okay. You got me all excited to do this.
This is gonna be funny.
All right. So the one that's highlighted. Sorry. He's going to read it first. Not gonna get that shock at all. Like I'm not gonna be surprised again.
Right.
This is gonna be great. The audio listeners are gonna be like, "What's happening?"
Okay,
It's
you
just us
ready?
laughing and giggling.
This Kupo's sole purpose is to destroy the planet dry. While you race, while you jump, while you fight, it's here, sleeping up Mako. It doesn't rest and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the materia blood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed blue. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all ugly, huh? Answer me. You gonna squat there and pretend and pretend you can't hear the planet cry, damn it?
Oh, sorry.
God damn it, out in pain? I know you can. That's funny. I couldn't do it with a straight face.
How are you just gonna squat there and expect?
You're gonna squat there?
Squat there.
How you gonna
Funny.
squat there, man? All right, you can do this one too.
A good man who beats a hungry eagle is not without chocobos. He must rest and accept his complicity. He must open his pecs to the truth that his corporate president is profiting from the planet's reactor. Only then can he build himself. I know you know this.
that one was incredibly deep
Funny.
and accurate
That
to the.
was pretty, yeah, I'm like,
so
oh,
close.
okay.
It was
have the
pretty close to the
chocobo.
actual quote. Yes.
Minus
That
hungry
was-
chocobos.
That was great. All right.
That's hilarious. That first one was, I
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
get through
good.
it. That was funny.
You gonna squat
good.
there?
You going to
Hey,
squat
hey,
there?
Vinny.
And act like you can't hear the planet crying out for gains?
I was like, I couldn't. Hey, Vinny, this is for you and the troop. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
There we go.
That's
When the,
amazing.
when the moment was
There it is.
right, he struck like a cobra.
When the
That's
moment
for-
was right.
That's
When
for the
the
crew.
moment
That's,
was right, he
that's for the
struck.
first
Yeah,
responders
dude.
and all in.
See, that was
Thank
foreshadowing
you.
for you. That was Hitchcock's.
John.
Uh,
That was great. Oh man. So we got two fan submitted questions for you, John, and then we'll close out the show.
Okay.
All right. So this one is from @Final Frank to see. All
At
right.
Final Frank to see. What up, Frank?
What up, Frank? This is if Barret was taken over by another voice actor before the game got released, and they gave you a choice to voice another character in the game,
It would be
Who-
Cody.
it would have been Cloud. It would have been Cloud Strife, of course.
You can't tell me you don't hear the planet crying out.
oh no!
No.
I know you can. I
Yo, Cody, you better get unbusy, man.
You really hear that? Of course I do. Get help.
Can you, in that voice, could you do the squat line? You just gonna squat there?
Here, put it up there again.
All right, you're gonna do it in Cody's voice. I should get a cloud quote to get you to
just
do
that last.
But you have to end it with "nailed it." That's all.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Make sure I got the right one.
Dude, Cody's a bomb, dude.
All right, here we go. Where's it at again?
The last sentence.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
You gonna squat there? You can't hear the. You can't laugh. I gotta do it.
I'm sorry.
You gonna squat there and pretend you can't hear the planet cry, damn it out in pain? I know you can.
I know you can.
That's the best day of my life.
This is That's excellent.
Oh god.
Oh man, you know what? I might as well kept sharing because the next fan question is gonna be for you to read out in Barrett's voice. This is a fan question from one of Osby's friends. So Osby,
Yes, and it's very interesting too because his last name is Jarrett, very similar to Barrett, just with a J. And Tyler's my best friend. He's been my best friend for almost 20 years. And when he found out I was getting to speak with you, sir, he said, "Oh my God, I wish that I could be there." And I said, "Okay, well, if there's something that you would like me to possibly ask this man," and he goes, "You got to do the quote." And I knew exactly what he was talking about. This is one of his favorite lines from the entire original OG Final Fantasy VII. He was like, "I wish I could have heard Barret say that in the remake."
Okay.
And Barret looks through and sees Genova.
insert your own cuss word, I guess.
Turns around and sees Cloud.
Where's this nasty ass, funky ass head? This whole thing is stupid. Let's keep going.
Yes, thank you so much.
Genova, man, I can't think of better adjectives for Genova than nasty ass, funky ass.
Sure.
What's the next one?
And then the next one is just one of my favorite lines from the first game.
I just recognize the scene. Hell, I've been here since the beginning, and I still don't know what the hell's going on either. Let me do it. Hell, I've been here since the beginning, and I still don't know what the hell's going on either.
I'm so happy you did it again too, because in the first time, your voice glitched out a little bit. Perfect.
If we're doing Barret requests, I have one that I have to ask, and I think my brother's gonna watch this. Our dad is just the nicest guy, but he says some acts. He's like the least funny person in the world, which makes him hilarious. So the things that he says out in anger are often like the funniest things you'll ever hear. So one time, I can't remember, he stubbed his toe, and in anger, this man yelled out, "Jiminy Crickets, doggone it!"
Is he from Minnesota?
No, he's from North Carolina. But I was wondering if you could say that in Barrett's voice, so we can show it to my dad.
What's your dad's name?
Ricky.
Okay. Hey, Ricky, this is for you. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Jiminy Cricket, dagnabbit.
Oh God. Yo, man.
My family. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful for that.
I'm thankful I got to talk to John Eric Bentley.
Reed is thankful for his daddy stubbing his toe.
Jiminy Cricket as a swear word.
Jiminy Cricket, God dang
my mother-in-law. What in the Sam Hill?
Yeah.
I still haven't met Sam Hill.
Oh my God, man! This has been everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah, you can have a four-parter as much as we talk, baby.
Hey, this has been everything and more. So make sure to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now that I have all the stuff, from what D sent me, then I'll make sure that I because I've been posting everything that you've sent or retweeting. So I'm still new at all that stuff too, man. But yeah, for sure, you guys are at the bomb. It's been fun. I usually don't even stay on this long, so I really appreciate you guys and your hearts and
we
allowing me to
appreciate
come on
you.
and hang, especially during all this craziness that's going on in the world. So it's been fun, man.
Yeah, John, we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be with us today, and it's just
You got it.
This was
Yeah.
huge for us. This was
Great.
you made a lot of people happy today.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Deuces.
Thank you,
Much love,
John.
y'all.
Take care, John.
Be safe.
Bye,
Stay
John.
healthy out there, okay?
You too,
Yes,
man.
sir.
God
All
bless.
right. See y'all. Thanks again.
All right.
Take care, John.